Hey everybody, it's Felicia Stitzel with Vintage Wine Marketing, and welcome to today's Wine Wednesday. So today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what we talked about last week and then building on that. So last week we talked about building and not borrowing your audience and why that's so important. Well, today I want to talk to you guys about knowing your numbers, especially when it comes to marketing. Of course, all of us, whether we're in the wine industry or if we are just in business in general, it's so important to know your numbers. Know what your investments are. Know what your return is. Know how much you're getting out of what kind of efforts. Your man hours, labor costs, all of these different numbers, they dictate and define the success or the failure of our businesses. So it's so important to know these kinds of numbers. So very recently, an online magazine called Social Media Today actually released this big survey where they asked thousands of marketers, and they asked them what was the biggest influence in getting direct ROI into the business. And 90% of them said social media. Now it breaks down depending on what channel they're in and what industry they're in. They talk about how 89% of marketers who use Facebook for branding is ahead of Instagram, which is 65%, Twitter, which is 50%, YouTube, which is 49%, Messenger, which is 44%, LinkedIn, 38%, and Snapchat and Pinterest both at 28%. They say that using Facebook and Instagram, these are the highest channels to promote your businesses for branding and for engagements with your clients, your customers, whoever it is that you're trying to search for. These are the channels, which is so exciting because these channels are right there at our fingertips. These are tools that are readily available to you as a business owner or to us as marketers, whatever the case is. So of course, these are numbers that we need to know about. 90% of these marketers during the survey said that it was exact direct correlation between marketing on social media that gave them insight to exact dollars of revenue. So people who are actually tracking their numbers, they're able to track their ROI like what we have with our system for the messenger bots. It's called our bot bottle. We actually give you a whole dashboard to show you exact numbers. Not we give you a weekly call. We do give you weekly calls, but it's not that we give you a weekly call and say, hey, this is working. Not any numbers, not anything to go with it, just, hey, this is working. Or we give you, I've worked with one company where they give you numbers, but they're so vague and they don't explain what those numbers mean as to return of investment for you. We give you a dashboard where it tells you exact amount of money that's been spent on your advertising and how much money you're getting back in return by the numbers. It's so important to know by the numbers. So that's one of the things that I want to talk to you guys about. There's a whole bunch of more information that you're going to be able to see in the text. But also one thing that they talked about is user generation and being able to have engaging content. It was good last year. They talk about how last year most customers were driven by sales. This year they're driven by engagements, by connections. And this is why I get so excited about bots, is because this is something that is what your customers are looking for. Bots are the engagement. They are the conversation. They are the adhering to taking care of your snowflake demographic, which we all have. It's like it was a platform that was designed exactly for this generation and exactly for this time. And that's why I get so excited about it, because not only are you able to track your click-throughs and your open rates and all these other important numbers, but we can attach it to the whole tracking system so you know exactly what your return of investment is. But the biggest thing that I'm excited about is the fact that because we are in such a generation and at such a time as this, that we are able to actually show. So your customers are looking for engaging content. And here is a platform that has been specifically designed to have a conversation and to engage with your customers. So I know I can get super excited and kind of nerdy about how how much bots can do and how excited I am about what bots can do for the wine industry, because I see the potential and I see all of these wonderful things that can come out of it. But I wanted you guys to see and understand the numbers when it comes to how marketers are seeing and how businesses are seeing these returns based upon their efforts into social media marketing. So not just standing on a soapbox, we're actually seeing returns, we're seeing it working. So if you have any questions about getting your social media marketing on a different channel, or a channel that's actually being able to give you return where you can track the return, I'd love to sit down and talk with you guys and just kind of give you some insight to see whether or not you need to change avenues. If you're interested in doing bots, I would love to help you with that. And even if just to give it a test try, if you guys want to give it a test, I'd love to do a little 2-week demo with you guys so you can actually see and experience the things that it can do for you. But if you have any questions, please use me as a resource. I love answering questions about this stuff, and I hope you guys all have a fantastic week.